on camera, because I don't see most women agreeing to that sort of treatment in their right mind. Some may enjoy it, some may have fantasies which we don't understand, but majority of women who are used in porn industry, pornography, are brutalized by a bunch of men, albeit directors, actors, cameramen, whoever they may be, and those who watch this content at large. They are being brutalized. These women are being brutalized for their pleasure, and they are selling this service. Okay, they're selling this service for some money, right? And that service is absolutely abhorrent. So that's the worst type of sex slavery today, which is legal in the West. Would you agree? It is legal.
But it's slavery, but they have the rights. They have certain rights and they have some money.
Presence of certain rights doesn't take away the nature of the suffering from them, right? They are suffering. There are consequences these women face once they finish their career with the porn industry. There are books written on this topic by scholars like Diana E. Russell. Diana E. Russell is a scholar. She has worked on this, and she's talked about the consequences of pornography on women who are used in the industry.
What about the viewer?
Sorry?
What about the consequences on the viewer?
On?
The viewer.
The viewer, absolutely. Absolutely, there are consequences for the viewers because rape is directly linked to pornography. In fact, Diana E. Russell, she states that 56% of rapes, this is old research by the way, it might have been updated now, statistics might be far worse today than they were 15 years ago when Diana E. Russell wrote her book on pornography, right? And she has been producing work. I don't know about her recent works, but she said some time ago that 56% of the rapes, rapists, those who are raping women, they implicated behavior that comes from pornography or pornographic materials, right? So they implicated that behavior in the act. When they were raping, they demonstrated the act they had witnessed in porn movies. This is statistically shown, scientifically documented, and it has been addressed by academics like Diana E. Russell. She's one of the examples.
So is her argument that rape is a learned behavior?
Absolutely. No, not rape, the act of rape. How it is committed may be acquired behavior,
The
conditioning.
The technique of rape?
The method, how a rapist acts in a certain way while he's raping a woman, right?
Is it learned behavior?
A woman or a child. In fact, child rape,
rape?
yeah, child abuse is directly linked to pornography as well.
Child rape, murder?
Child rape, murder, abuse, call it what you like.
Do you think there are levels to which you could descend? Like if you started raping a child?
And there are levels even in pornography. There are levels even in pornography, and Diana E. Russell talks about those levels, that there are different types that affect people differently. So why is this legal? The question is,
It's legal.
it's legal, absolutely.
Where?
Porn industry is not legal,
No, but the industry, but the cream of the crop, it make it look attractive.
but it's legal.
Well,
The brutalization of women through porn is legal.
But the sexual rape and murder of a child, that's
No. That's the impact, and that's what I'm questioning.
Okay.
That if this is what pornography does to society, the consequential impact, if that's what it is, then why is pornography legal? If alcohol,
Well, why is money legal?
why is money legal? Because it can be used for good and bad. Pornography cannot be used for good.
No?
No, absolutely
It's a
not.
safety valve for people who might feel under pressure.
You see, how do we measure benefit and loss? We look at statistics, right?
Well,
If
there are
alcohol
lies and there are damn lies
if
and there are-
alcohol has certain benefits, our book Quran, by the way, says alcohol may have benefits. Alcohol or intoxicants.
In moderation, the Bible says like a little bit of wine.
No, there may be benefits.
the tongue.
There may be partial benefits, but the loss outweighs the benefit
In
by
excess.
far. Yes. So the magnitude of the loss outweighs the benefit by far. So while some may argue that pornography may have certain benefits, right, for the society, and they may do it successfully, but then when you look at the bigger picture, the loss of pornography, that the consequences that come with it are far greater. The loss and the consequences, bad consequences, are far greater than the benefit. Why is it legal? Especially when women are suffering, children are suffering, men are suffering. Those who are addicted to pornography, they are suffering. They cannot have normal relationship with their partners. They expect their partner to be a porn artist or a porn star, and she's not that. Yeah, what they watch on the screen is absolutely abhorrent, absolutely disgusting and vulgar and perverted behavior. When they look at their woman, when they look at their wife or their girlfriend, let's say, right? The girlfriend cannot do that for them. The wife cannot. So what's going to happen? It's going to break the relationship. The man's going to go out for other forms of satisfaction. So there are so many dimensions, unbelievable amount of dimensions when it comes to the loss of pornography and its negative impacts on the society. Why is it legal? Why is alcohol legal? Freedom that destroys.
Liberty. It's the
Liberty.
liberty.
So liberty. Why don't we allow liberty to use cocaine?
We do.
What? No, we don't. Cocaine is A class. Cocaine is illegal. It's A class. Why don't we allow liberty for bestiality?
Yeah, be naked.
Oh, no, not even that. Have sex with sheep. There are brothels in some Scandinavian countries where they provide animals for you to satisfy yourself.
There you go. It's legal there. That's liberty.
Yeah. Okay. And how does that liberty impact our people, the society at large? Where do we draw the line? Okay, this liberty.
A brothel that only has animals, so nobody can go. Like if you want to go to that brothel, everyone knows you're going
I understand.
to that brothel.
Pornography to you is liberty, right? But that liberty is causing huge loss to the society.
So the suppression of pornography, which is outlaw pornography.
Yes, yes.
All pornography.
Yes.
No more.
Absolutely.
For everybody.
Because humans lived without pornography, no?
What about the porn industry? Have they? Like, what about? No. Have
No,
humans
find
lived
another
without
job.
pornography?
Find another job. Do something else. Invest your money into something else where people are not being
learn to
impacted
code.
by your wrong actions.
Learn to code. That's like saying, well, if you're out of a job, learn to code.
No, I'm saying find a better job.
But then, what
Like
about
the rest
everybody
the rest of the world, right? Because your pornography, what?
Yeah, I mean, it probably is.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably is right.
You can't just go, well, we've got to keep the arms industry going because so we're going to have to keep
jobs.
having wars.
So pornography, to my knowledge, the loss, the damage it's causing to societies in the world is far greater than its so-called benefits. And this is academically proven. This is scientifically proven.
So that's sex. That's what an arms, military, industrial complex.
That's a different topic.
Violence.
Yeah,
Violence is
100%.
industry as well.
100%. Nuclear weapons. Absolutely, I agree. They shouldn't be allowed. They should be banned. They should be collectively. Humans should collectively get rid of their nuclear weapons. I agree, 100%. Anything that has the potential to cause damage to societies, okay, it must be basically driven out of human societies.
But it's already here.
Then we need to drive it out.
How can you drive it out?
Consensus, collective action, collective agreement. Convince people about it.
You think that's realistic?
Absolutely. When the governments are serious, it will happen. They have the tools to educate the masses. The governments have media, BBC. If BBC starts running documentaries on the harms of pornography,
Someone will blow up the BBC.
sorry,
If the BBC criticise too much pornography, then someone will go and rape the BBC. If the BBC start criticising the arms industry, someone will blow up the BBC.
that's not an excuse to allow it.
No, but they have to take the risk.
Okay. Then we need to protect institutions that defend the well-being of societies.
How would you protect them without arms?
You protect them, yeah. So sometimes police is needed.
But the police are an enforcement mechanism.
If you don't have police, there will be chaos, and the police.
But if you challenge the police, what happens? Like the army comes, and if you challenge the army, what happens?
I don't understand the point you're making.
that there's a balance of escalation in which if you let something go or if you challenge something too much, the sort of cogs turn
It depends
somewhere
what
else.
it is. It depends what it is.
Okay.
Anything that's bad for the society and the magnitude is high, the loss outweighs the benefit by far. That needs to be dealt with. That idea or that notion or that particular action, whatever it may be, it needs to be challenged and it needs to be done away.
So can you prove on like a cost-benefit analysis that this is equals harm?
Yeah, we have statistics, we have scientific data we use and see how it's harming societies.
Then do you know who to shut down at that point?
Do you think child abuse, pedophilia is pandemic in Western societies?
It's pandemic. I think it's globally pandemic.
It's globally, but more so in Western societies.
Really?
Yes,
Why?
because proportionally speaking, it is more rampant in Western societies.
Yeah, well, I'm not quite.
Statistically, we have scientific data.
It might be
We
more
have scientific.
secretive. The statistics might be more secretive in other societies. It doesn't mean
Okay, fair point.
And we need to
That's a
define-
fair point.
we need to
That's a
define-
fair point.
and we need to
But
define
but
abuse
but
as well. We need to define child abuse. What that is. Where's the line on child abuse? Where is it?
how we define it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's not. However you define it.
Like the way Apple are going to define it if they go to everybody's phones.
Okay, look, definitions can be looked at.
Okay.
But first agree on a principle that if there is a problem in a society when it comes to child abuse and pedophilia, there is clearly something wrong. And we need to find the causes. What is causing pedophilia in a particular segment of the society?
like tough
Or
abuse,
even in larger society, let's say. Even what is causing it? When we find the causes, we need to do something about them. Right? We need to somehow restrict those causes or maybe limit them or neutralize them. Otherwise, what's going to happen is the disease will continue to grow, and what you will have is in the future, 20, 30 years later, you will have a bunch of adults walking around abusing more children because they have been victims of child abuse. Because very often, children who have been abused, they do the same thing. Yeah, it's a cycle. So it needs to be dealt with. And the best way to do it, yeah. Oh. Guys, your cameras fell. Yeah, let them come. Yeah.
Asking you, how long are you doing this here? I want to speak to you 5 minutes. It's a matter of great importance.
Later on, inshallah.
What time, inshallah? 'Cause
I'll be here for an hour or two.
Another
Inshallah.
hour or two.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to come in.
Yeah. So this is it. We need to really start thinking seriously about. It didn't break, did it? It broke. Okay. Where's the other one? Whose camera is that?
Can I check?
Yeah.
I think you would argue the same argument about homosexuality, wouldn't you?
No.
Unless we inhibit it.
No. Homosexuality is not necessarily a social problem in my eyes.
Thank
Okay.
fine,
It's not. There are other things
Yeah.
as to why we don't agree with it.
Okay.
Of course, and reasons are religious. Okay. But not necessarily a social issue,
Yeah.
right? But pornography and, for example, intoxicants, alcohol, number one, on top of the list. These are social issues, right?
Can I
Yeah.
just say statistically the biggest determinant or the correlate to child abuse is having a stepfather.
Okay.
So do you think that actually if we ruled out people